Hey everyone, welcome to episode our Linux series. In this episode, we are going to discuss about further day-to-day operations on Linux, where we are discussing about some of the commonly used commands in Linux. In our previous classes, we discussed about some of the commands which we use as a day-to-day basis, like ls, pwd, mkdir, clear, touch, rm, etc., etc. If you have not watched those videos, please watch it from the playlist. If not, there will be a link in the description from where you can watch it. So without further delay, let's jump into today's class. So today we will be seeing some of the file operations related commands. So the first command which we are going to use is for viewing the files and editing the files. In our previous class, we discussed how to create an empty file by using touch command. So touch command is used for creating a file or empty file. How we do? We use touch followed by the file name. For example, let's say we want to create a file name called as touch followed by CLI. Okay, so it will create an empty file. If I want to list, I do ls and I can see is currently 0 KB and there is nothing inside it. Let's say I want to view what is inside that particular file. So if I just want to view it, I use a command called as cat, C-A-T, followed by the file name. So the file name which I want to view is CLI. Hit enter. I can see there is nothing coming because it is an empty file. So to view it, I can use cat command. Let's say I want to edit that particular file. So editing a particular file in Linux can be done via multiple utilities or command in generic. So there are many utilities available or applications in general available for editing a file, like how we do use Notepad, Notepad++, or WordPad in Windows for editing a file. Similarly, in Linux also there are multiple utilities available for editing a file. The very common one which we use is VI, or in short we call it as, or in long we call it as Visual Editor, I guess, which is a very commonly used editor for editing any file. There are other utilities as well, like Nano, which is also commonly used, but for our use case we will be using VI. Okay, so how to use VI? If you want to see Nano as well, please let me know in the comment box. I will create a separate video exclusively how to use or work with Nano. For now, let's focus on VI. So editing a file, we use command called as VI followed by the file name. Once we do it, we can see a prompt or can see an empty box, something like this, which shows as an empty option. For doing editing, we need to play with our keyboard or with command for editing it. Okay, so once you enter, it opens in a viewing mode. If you want to get into editing mode, then what we do, we hit enter I in the keyboard without caps lock. And if you see at the bottom, so now it has gone into insert mode. Now you can write the file however you like. Let's say I want to write the definition for cat command. Let's say I want to use cat, which is used for viewing the files. Okay, this is my first line. If I want to, like, go left and right, I can use my arrow commands or arrow keys in my keyboard. I want to insert a forward slash over here. What I will do, cat space for giving a space, as normal how we use in Notepad, but a little bit different. That those different things we will see. Now I want to create a new line. What I will do, I will use enter. Okay. Now let's say I want to name today's date as Saturday, or now it is Sunday. This is the month. Okay, new line. Now let's say build in 10. How are you doing? Just random word. There is no logic behind it. I am doing fine. We are learning Linux, some random word. Okay. Once I'm done with it, what I will do, now I need to save it. Okay. So for saving it, it goes via step-by-step procedure. What are the steps? The first step is we need to get out from our insert mode or from edit mode. We got into insert mode by hitting I in our keyboard without caps lock. If you want to get out of your insert mode, what you do, you hit escape in your keyboard. Escape. So once you do, here you can see now there is the insert mode has gone. Now we are in generic mode. Okay, now the editing has completed. Now we need to save it. How to save? We can save it hitting colon, see the bottom of the window, colon, WQ in small word, followed by exclamatory, and hit enter. Now your file will be saved. If I do ls, here now you can see now the file size has been changed to 115 KB from 0 KB. Now we have saved the file with some data into it. Now let's view it. What we use cat followed by the file name, enter. Now you can see it has some data inside it. Now again, I will go again inside the file for doing the editing. VI CLI. I want to change something. What do I do? Again, I hit I, go into insert mode, and I write few other things. I am not going to save this. Okay, I've just randomly written some line. Okay, and I don't want to edit now. I have just done some editing, but my thing is that I've just mistakenly edited it. I don't want to save it. What I do, I again get out of the insert mode, hitting escape. And for saving it, what we did colon WQ exclamatory. It will save the file. I don't want to save it. For not saving, what I do, colon Q exclamatory. We just remove W from it and just hit enter. What it will do, it will just exit the file without saving. To verify, we do cat CLI. That line was not saved. So that is how we do basic file operation using VI. There are other things as well. We are not getting very deeper into it. For knowing or doing the initial level of task, this much is good enough. If you want to learn much more about the command, I will show you how you can do it either via self-service, or if you want a dedicated explanatory video, please let me know in the comment. I will be very happy to create another video on it. Okay, so there are other commands in file operations as well for viewing and playing around it, because as we discussed in the Linux philosophy, Linux heavily dependent on file operations. Everything in Linux is a file. Any binary, any code which you see is a file. So reading through the file and playing through the files requires a lot of effort. For doing it efficiently, we need to know much more command for doing it. One more thing which we do in a day-to-day basis in our Linux is doing the log viewing options or operations. We do see a lot of logs. We try to dig through or search through a lot of logs, which can be more than thousands or million lines of log. For doing it efficiently, we use further commands as well. So one of the further command is known as your head. Okay, so head is a command which we use to view a file. So cat is a command. We normally view the whole file. Okay, but let's say you have a file of 1,000 lines and you don't want to see the complete file because it gives extra burden to it to you, and you just want to see a certain top level of the file or top level of the log file or bottom level of the log file. If that is your use case, how to do it? We use command called as head followed by file name. In our case, CLI. So when you hit enter, what it does is it by default shows you first 10 lines of your file, and it tries to show you the data of it. Okay, let's say I don't want to see the whole one. I just want to see the first 2 lines of that particular file. What to do? I use head command followed by an option or argument -2. I just want to see first 2 lines of that particular file, which is CLI. I can see the first 2 lines are this. Okay. Similarly, if I want to see the bottom lines of a particular file, in that case, what we do, we use command called as tail command. If I do tail, it will give us last 10 lines. But if I want to see the last 2 lines, what I do, tail -2, in this case, let's say -3 followed by the file name. So it will show me last 3 lines of that file which can be seen. These commands are very efficient when we are working with larger log files, or if we want to see a like 1,000 lines of a log file and you want to dig most out of it. These two commands used very heavily, and this is the way we can do it. If we want to see like any line number we provide here, last 30 lines, last first 300 lines, etc., etc., we can use it via this. And yeah, that's it for today. Hope you like it. If so, then please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. See you next video. Thanks for watching.